Hello witches, I am High Priestess Orthophines. Thank you for joining me for this afternoon's broadcast on This Is How to Know That Hecate Favors You. So if you are a devotee of the Queen of Witches Hecate, you are in the right place. If you know someone who is a devotee of Hecate, bring them onto this broadcast. I am here live on both Instagram and YouTube. They need this word. They need to know how Hecate favors them. This is for serious devotees of Hecate. This is for devotees of Hecate who worship and praise her. So please go ahead and call some people, text some people, email some people, and tell them that there is a high priestess here in New York City. Once again, my name is High Priestess Orthophines, who is anointed and appointed by the Queen of Witches Hecate to be a voice for witches who have ears to hear and hands to receive the Queen of Witches best. So let's get right into it this afternoon. This is how you know Hecate favors you. It's not enough to just be able to hear her voice or have hands to receive her best. Hecate favors devotees of hers who not only hear her voice but acts on her directive. This means that when Hecate, the Queen of Witches, tells you to do something, to say something, to be somewhere, you do it with no argument, with no doubt, with no questioning. You are obedient to your goddess Hecate, Queen of Witches. When you act, especially in my personal experience, when you act on what Hecate has told you to do with no arguing, with no back and forth, with no doubt, she gives you more than what you could have ever expected, because you listened to her voice, and more importantly, you followed her directive. You did what she told you to do. And let me just say this, just to clear the air. When Hecate tells you to do something, to say something, to be somewhere, it's never going to get you in trouble. It's never going to get you arrested. As devotees of Hecate, we listen to her voice alone, not our friends, families, romantic relationships, just the Queen of Witches. Because Hecate can see, she can see around every corner, not just the crossroads that you may currently be on, trying to decide to go left or to go right. Hecate, the Queen of Witches, can see around every curve. It's not enough to just call yourself a devotee of Hecate. Are you participating? Are you acting on what she tells you to do? It's so important not to argue, not to have doubts, not to go back and forth with her. If you do, she's not going to work with you. She is not going to add her strength to your efforts. Why should she? Why should she? Why should she? When you have a disobedient spirit working through you. She is not. I have seen time and time again, not just in my own life, but in other witches' lives who are devotees of Hecate, get favored with happiness, joy, the end of suicidal thoughts, the end of depression, money, houses, cars, celebrity status. That is not materialistic. It's not materialistic to want a car if you have been driving a bus or a bike your whole life. It's not materialistic if you have raggedy, poor clothes. It's not materialistic if you want a wife or a husband. Society has convinced you that it is because they don't have it for themselves. But it's not. Because that's what you want. And Hecate can give it to you. She will give it to you. Absolutely. Absolutely, she will give it to you if you follow her directive alone. So you don't go for advice from your family or friends or neighbors or co-workers. They don't know you. When you become a devotee of Hecate, the queen of witches, she knows you better than you know yourself. She knows you better than you know yourself. Your friends, family, co-workers, neighbors, they don't know you anymore once you become a devotee of Hecate. Why? Because you have made a lifetime commitment to do real world action through witchcraft, and having Hecate, the queen of witches, add her strength to your own efforts with no sorrow added on whatsoever. Whatsoever. When I say no sorrow added on, that means no problems. No problems. Not one problem will come after the queen of witches has added her strength to your efforts. You want Hecate. You want another chosen god or goddess of yours to help you in your spells, rituals, hexes, and curses, because you are a witch. And no witch should be going through life the hard way. Hecate favors those who not just hear her voice, but act on her directives. Who do and say what she tells them. Now, the reaction of people who you speak to, where you show up, what you do, may not be very welcoming. So what? They will get over it. And if they don't get over it, so what? Because guess what? They're not your people anyway. They are not your people anyway. They are not your people anyway. If someone has a problem with what Hecate has told you to do, or has told you to say, or where to be, they are not your people. And I have said this 1,000 times, maybe 1,000,000 times now. Witches understand witches. If someone is not a witch, they are not going to understand this broadcast. If someone is not a witch, they are not going to understand you. They can't. They won't. It's not possible until they choose the path of the wise. It's not possible. You cannot mix water with oil. It's unbalanced. It doesn't work. It can never work. Stop mixing it. Witches understand witches. If you're not a witch and you're on this broadcast, okay, fine. You may be interested in becoming a witch. You may be here to be an asshole in the comments. Fine. But why torture yourself like this, though? Just log off the broadcast. Because honestly, I don't care what anybody has to say that is not Hecate. If you're not Hecate, I don't give a fuck what you have to say. Because I listen to the Queen of Witches' voice alone. She alone is my counselor. Not you. Not you. As far to take it a little bit farther, you were never even born to me. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I listen. I am obedient to the Queen of Witches, Hecate alone, not to anybody else. I read a lot of good books. I listen to some people, but I don't let their words come into my spirit and influence my life. When I hear a word from Hecate, I act on it. When she tells me to say something, I say it. When she tells me to be somewhere, I be there. I don't argue. I don't go back and forth. I don't have doubts. I'm not anxious. I'm not worried. I'm not concerned. I just do it. Because I know Hecate would never, ever, 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 ever add sorrow onto it. Ever. So if you are watching this live broadcast and you are a devotee of Hecate, you are going to now know how she favors you. When you consistently do what she tells you to do, say what she tells you to say, be what she tells you to be, she will continue to favor you in the area in which you need it the most. She will continue to favor you in the area of your life that you need it the most, with no sorrow added on. Yeah, so I'm sorry about that. I had to take a phone call, so I had to stop the live stream for a moment there, but I am back. Like I was saying, when Hecate adds her strength to your efforts, she will help you in the area of your life that you need the help the most. No witch at all should be going through life the hard way. As a witch, your life should not be hard. You should not be struggling at all. You should not be down in the dumps. You should not be poor, destitute, suicidal. None of that. The rest of the world can be like that. That's their business. But that's not me and that's not you. What happens to other people who are not witches is not our business unless we choose to help them. But as witches, we are not obligated to help anyone ever. 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 As witches, I believe it's time that we put ourselves first so that we can receive even more favor from the Queen of Witches, Hecate, if you are her devotee. Absolutely. It's not selfish to put yourself first. It's not selfish for many witches watching this broadcast finally put themselves first. Aren't you tired of being taken advantage of? Aren't you tired of being treated like a dog in the street? I was. I'm not anymore. And at the end of this broadcast, it will no longer be you. I say it will no longer be you if you are being treated like a dog in the street. At the end of this broadcast, you are going to be empowered. You're going to have control over your own life, so that life is easy for you. Life is not hard. It's not. As witches, especially devotees of Hecate, we believe that life is what you make it. It's not hard, it's not easy, but you know, when you become a witch, it becomes easier. It does. It has to. It must. I just love those witches who not just hear the Queen of Witches' voice, but acts on her directive, that does what she says to do, with no arguing. Please don't argue, especially with the Queen of Witches. Please don't go back and forth. Please don't try to negotiate, or even worse, try to get more information right there and then. When you need more information, it will be provided for you. But don't poke and push and pull at the Queen of Witches trying to get information. You're not going to get it. You're not. And you may not get anything else from her if you come off as annoying. Real devotees of Hecate do what she says, so that they can have hands, to receive her best. Hecate only gives her devotees her best. We don't get low level shit. We don't get dirt. We get diamonds. We get happiness. We get marriage. We get joy. We get the best of the land. Because like I have always said, and I will always continue to say, what would the world be like with no witches? What would the world be like without myself or you? With no witches in the world, the state of the current world would actually be much, much worse. with no witches in the current state of the world as of today, June 21st, 2026, the world would actually be in a worse off state. The world needs witches. The world needs witches. A lot of people may not like that. I don't care what you like. The world needs more witches. So going back to what I said earlier about listening to the Queen of Witches, she actually directed me to broadcast this live. That's why I'm here live now. Because she told me to share this, to share with the devotees of Hecate who are struggling to receive her favor. For those witches who have ears to hear. That's me and that's you. That's me and that's you. So I know you learned a lot this afternoon. You learned a lot. You gained a lot. You are empowered after this live broadcast concludes. You are, absolutely. So once again, my name is High Priestess Ortophenus, who is anointed and appointed by the Queen of Witches, Hecate, to be a voice for witches who have ears to hear and hands to receive Hecate's best. Please share this live broadcast on your other social media platform because it helps me reach more people, not more people, because we don't really work with people, to reach more witches, to reach more people who want to be witches, to reach more devotees of Hecate, so that they too can have real, significant, and permanently positive change by having access to a high priestess like myself. So witches, thank you for joining me, and I will speak to you witches next time. Bye.